Hi and welcome to Literary Hype. I am Stephanie, the Literary Hype Woman, and it's time for another round of the Hype TBR game. If you are new here, this is a game I made up where I let the dice decide what kind of categories I need to read under, and then I pick a book to match the prompts that come from this game. Sometimes it's kind and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's very much so not. So who knows what the dice have in store for me this month, but before we get to rolling the dice, we gotta see how I did in August. It's not good, y'all. Sorry, I had a really bad slump and I couldn't sit and read. I did a lot of audiobooks and that's really the only thing that kept me going was audiobooks. So my apologies to anyone who placed high bets on my score for August. Also, if you're new here, I do keep track of your guesses of what my score will be. So once you watch this, see what books I'm picking, drop your bets in the comments of how many points you think I will score in September. Once we get someone to guess it correctly, then there will be some prizes. So do that. But now on to September's game, so let's get rolling. I don't know how it's September already, but it is, and that means it's time for a new round of the Hype TBR game. So I've got a D10 today, because I'm, I guess, feeling insane. 6, that's not too bad. So we bring out Daenerys, and we roll for number 1, and that is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're starting this already? No doubling up. Since that does not get me a book, we roll again. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my god. Add 1 roll. Are we doing this again? Still rolling for number 1 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god! This is just, add 2 rolls. No. I still don't have a book, so I still gotta keep rolling. This is still roll number 1. 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't know how I'm doing this, but this is the worst. Pre-order a book and add it to the release months list. But that still does not get me a book for September. So again, I have to roll. Nope, that went off. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, thank God, it was so close, y'all. So close, a microphone. Highly anticipated. Oh, my Lanta. Ah! I just had to let that out. That's how I feel about that round. That was just rude. The no doubling up, the +1, the +2, the pre-hyped, and then I finally got to my book. So for my pre-hyped for September, I'm going to pick Warrior of Legend by Kendara Blake. That comes out in October. So I will pre-order that book and read it the month it comes out, which is October. As for my actual roll for number 1, because I decided at some point that it would be a good idea to make sure every roll actually had a book for that month. What a dumb idea. Ugh. Anyway, so the roll prompt is a highly anticipated book. And so for that, I'm selecting Beyond the Throne by Christian Nairn. You might recognize him as Hodor from Game of Thrones. So this is a memoir, so it would help with my nonfiction goal, A, but also love Game of Thrones and would love to hear some more behind the scenes stories. He's also a DJ, so I want to know more about this guy and what he's up to. There's always the hope of shenanigans. So if you're anybody who works with Christian Nairn, please call me. Please email me. Please DM me. Anything. Because we would have some fun together. Anyway, Beyond the Throne by Christian Nairn is my selection for a highly anticipated book. Roll number 2 is a 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Speaker. Historical fiction. Roll number 2 gave me historical fiction, and for that I am selecting 9 Rules to Break When Romancing a Rake by Sarah MacLean. So my local bookstore, The Novel Neighbor, not the one I work at, but I go to this one quite frequently. It's an indie store. They just branched out and opened St. Louis's first romance-only bookstore. And so now they're kind of mixing up their book clubs, and so their first historical fiction book club selection is this book. So I bought it at their preview night for the opening of the bookstore. I'm very excited for them to have this new venture. I'm excited for the romance community here in St. Louis because it's so great. And now we get to have a historical fiction book club. And one of my goals for the year was to join an in-person book club. So maybe this will be the one. Roll number 3 is a 2. 1, 2. Spotlight. Yellow spine. Roll number 3 gave me a book with a yellow spine, and for that I am selecting The Con Queen of Hollywood, The Hunt for an Evil Genius by Scott Johnson. At first I thought con queen of like Comic-Con queen, and I'm like, oh, that's fun. I'm a con queen too. But no, this is described as engrossing as anything by Agatha Christie, as unsettling as in a novel by Stephen King, and reported with a vigorous empathy that leaves Truman Capote in the dust. So there's some big names comped on this. It is a nonfiction. It just sounds so interesting. It's like reporting on an international manhunt for a psychopath con artist who exploited the dreams of creators to steal dozens of identities and millions of dollars. Sounds like a good time. So The Con Queen of Hollywood is my yellow spine for September. Roll number 4 for September is a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! VIP! 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 I feel like Jack Quaid at any Lower Decks panel doing the Lower Decks chant. And then saying it's real sad to do that for yourself. But anyway, my VIP roll for September, so that I'm selecting Jingle Bell Mingle by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time because I read their second book early. So I've needed this for a very long time. I love this trilogy so much. Spicy Christmas rom-coms that are actually funny. Blessings upon Julie and Sierra for creating this. Allegedly a copy of it is on its way to me, so I cannot wait to get my hands on that. And even if that arc does not show up, I will still probably buy it to complete the set, because that is what one does when one hoards books. Sorry, not sorry. Roll number 5 is a 2. 1, oh god. Here we go again. Add 1 unfinished from previous TBR. I'm so tired of those overhyped cards right now. Ugh. Anyway, roll number 5 gave me At least it was an overhyped card with a book attached to it, so I didn't have to keep rolling and risking more of those stupid overhyped cards. What was I thinking when I made up this game? Any hoozles. Roll number 5 gave me a book that was unfinished from a previous month's TBR, and so I'm picking Serendipity. It was on last month's list, and I didn't do very good at last month's list. So I love Becky. Becky is a friend of the channel and a real fun person to talk to online. So I want to read her book. So Serendipity. Roll number 6 is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo! A VIP! A VIP! I think the board is trying to make up for being a jerk at the beginning, and it gave me another VIP, which I am okay with. So for my second VIP pick of September, very excited, I'm going to pick The Royals Upstairs by Karina Hale, or Halley. I'm not quite sure how you say her last name. She wrote The Royals Next Door, which I really, really loved. It's very thinly veiled references to Harry and Meghan, but a fun little, like, falling in love with their bodyguard. So I loved that book a lot, and I'm very excited to see what now the Royals are up to when they're upstairs instead of being a neighbor. Roll number 7, aka bonus roll number 1, is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Microphone. An E-arc you haven't gotten to yet. Roll number 7 is an E-arc you have not gotten to yet. And so for that I am selecting ADHD is Awesome by Penn Holderness. He's from the Holderness family that creates tons of viral videos. They're super fun. I got to interview them when I was in news about their first book, Everybody Fights, which was actually a really, really good book. So especially for like couples and like dealing with fights and relationships, because they also brought in their counselor on that book. So it was really good. ADHD is Awesome. Penn is very ADHD, and I sometimes am ADHD. So I'm a little chaotic. So I want to read about why it's awesome to be ADHD. Roll number 8, aka bonus roll number 2, is a 1. No. Book binge. Must finish reading 1 book in under 24 hours. So my card got full, and so now I've got to re-roll since that was not filmed. So roll number 8, part 2 is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Microphone. A mood read. That's a good sign. I'm so tired of these overhyped cards. Anyways, roll number 8 gave me a book binge, which means I have to read one of the books from this list in 24 hours. So I guess I'm gonna have to find a weekend to not do anything but read. But that didn't give me an actual book, so I had to roll again, and that gave me a mood read. So I feel like it's trying to make up for it, because mood reads I don't have to pick right now. Mood reads I can pick when I'm in the mood to read throughout the month. So maybe my mood will be to read a manga, and that I can read in 24 hours and knock out both with one. I don't know. Stay tuned to see what I do, because who knows? This game is making me very unhinged. And now for roll number 9, which will hopefully be the last roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. VIP! Whew. Made it out without any more overhyped cards. There's really only like 2 other options that it did not give me. Color Code and False Alarm, which would have been nice for a false alarm, but no, it didn't want to give me that. Anywho's silly board game. But it did end on a 3rd VIP, which is unprecedented, never happened before. Shocking information. So for that one, I'm picking Beneath the Cursed Stars by Lexi Ryan. She's been on the podcast before. Well, before it was a podcast. She was on OG Literary Hype when it was only available on YouTube. She told me about Fourth Wing long before the madness ever happened. So I trust her now, because she was right. That was a book that brought the hype. Anyway, Beneath the Cursed Stars, I do not have the dust jacket on it because this is my source copy. And I am currently borrowing it to lead our store's YA book club, because it was the August YA book club pick for Barnes & Noble. So I will be leading that discussion in September, so I need to read the book. So that made it a VIP. It's very important that I read the book in time for this book club meeting. So that is on the list. This is the part of the video where I normally announce a buddy read. I think I'm gonna skip because August was a really tough month for me reading wise, and so I would just kind of like to get back into it and kind of vibe with it again. So I'm not going to do a buddy read. If you want to buddy read any of these books with me, drop me a comment, DM me, however you want to reach out, and we can set up a little chat if anybody wants to do that. I'm just not going to have an official big group one. I don't feel like doing the work. Sue me. But don't sue me, because that's just mean, and I don't have any money anyway. So that gives me 9 books to read in the month of September, which is appropriate because September is the 9th month, so there you go. I feel like that always happens, but I could be delusional. I feel like I said that last time. But anyway, I don't know. I'm losing my mind because this game was an emotional roller coaster of a game. But 9 books to read for September, 1 book that goes into the October pile. Don't let me forget, y'all, that I need to read Warrior of Legend in October. If you enjoyed this chaotic emotional roller coaster of a game, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Literary Hype channel so you can see whenever I post my next game, other bookish shenanigans, author interviews. There's so much more content coming your way. Trust me. The editing pile is, it's big. There's a lot coming. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.